Well, equivalent fractions come in handy when we have a range of different fractions. So we have like a half, we have like 7 elevenths, we have like 15 eighteenths, we have like 3 quarters, we have like 2/5. Now, when we have different fractions, we have to make a decision which one's the largest, which one's the smallest. So if we have to arrange them in ascending order, be careful. Ascending is smallest to biggest. If you make a mistake and put it biggest to smallest, you won't get the answer correct. So ascending order, I'll put small to big. Now this is, I'm looking at what I will call concept 802 in my GLC maths. Well, we've got 5 fractions. I'm going to come up with equivalent fractions or try to simplify first. Well, if we simplified this fraction, we can simplify by dividing both by 3, denominator and numerator, we can get 5/6. So we've already got smaller numbers. So it might make it a little bit easier to come up with fractions. This 7/11 is going to be a problem, but that's life. Let's get denominators which they will all go into. Now, if we were to choose one denominator that all of these values go into, I'm going to multiply each fraction so they end up with the same number underneath. Now, 2, 11, 6 is 2 times 3, 4 is 2 times 2, 5 is 5. So we call what's called our lowest common multiple, the number that they will all go into. I'm just going to quickly work that out. 2 times, we've got the 2, we've got an 11, we need a 3, we need another 2, and we need a 5. This is going to be quite a big number. So 22 times 220, 660, wow. So the smallest number that they all go into happens to be 660. That's amazing. Okay, never mind, that is the number. So what I'm going to do is make them all the denominators 660. So first of all, to get 660, I must multiply both of these by 330. So you get 330 over 660. That's a half. Okay. Now 7/11. If I take 11 out, I've got 10 times 660. I've got to multiply both of these by 60. So 7 60s is 420, 11 60s is 660. Okay, so we've survived our 7/11. Now we've got 5/6. We multiply this by 110 because 6 times 110 gives 660. We need to get 660 on the denominator. So 6 times 110 will give us 660. So that makes 550 on the numerator. The next fraction is 3 quarters. So let's put 3 quarters. Now what do I multiply 4 by to get 660? And let's get the blue marker here. Now 4, we've got 2 2s are 4. So 4 times 55, 165. Wow, okay. So 165 times 4 gives 660. A bit of mental arithmetic. You might need a calculator for this. 4 to 6, 20, 6, 40, 5 is 20, 6. Okay, that's correct. Now, 3 times 165 is 3, 6, 8, 19, 3 1 to 3, 1 is 4, over 660. All right, that's a difficult one. And finally, 2/5. 2/5. And 2/5, I'm going to multiply 2/5 times 66, 632 times 5 is 660, and 132 times 2 is 264. All right. Now look at each fraction and make the choice which one's the smallest. So look for the smallest numerator, and we've got, looks like this one's the smallest. So would you say 2/5 is 264? So we'll put 2/5 as the smallest. The next smallest would be 330. So let's put a half. The next smallest would be 420. So we'll put 7/11. The next smallest is 495. So I'm going to put 3/4. And finally, the largest one, which is 550, was 5/6, which was, I'm going to put our original fraction now because that was the fraction in the question. And we put those fractions that we were given from smallest to largest. All right, so that's an interesting application using lowest common multiple to get equivalent fractions. I hope this has helped. Until I talk to you again, stay happy.